What's going on, guys? This is snoov603, and I am joined yet again, and as always, by FakeThriller. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the latest patch from BF3 that we've all been waiting on, and we all seem to have mixed feelings. I think that would be the best way to kind of surmise the overall feeling.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, people are all over the place, and I am no exception. Like, the first time... Like, the first, we'll say 4 hours that we played,
Yeah.
was interesting, to say the least. So what we had basically assumed, it was a pretty good educated guess from what we saw of the patch notes. We felt that the game was being changed, so it was going to be a lot more fluid. Like, animations going to be quicker and smoother. Some things were going to glitch, as far as like jumping over rails, getting out of the prone was going to be quicker, switching primary to secondary is going to be quicker. Overall, it just, the patch bespoke a much more fluid, smoother experience. And after the patch went live, it's not what we found.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't notice, like, with the examples that you just said, like vaulting over poles and trees and stuff like that. I haven't noticed, like, still there being an issue or anything. But I think, like, your overall point is the adjustment factor that came after the patch was enormous. And for you Xbox players who haven't got it yet, I'm sure you'll realize, like, sort of what we're talking about. And I honestly don't know how it affects PC players, but there was a lot of things that just felt totally different after the patch landed. Like I don't have that much time in, relatively speaking. I think I have like 130 hours into the game. And it felt like when the patch first dropped and we played that first night, it felt like I was back down to like 2 hours played. Like, it felt like I'd played the beta for a couple games.
That's exactly how it felt for me, too. It felt like you just had to completely relearn the game. And it doesn't make any sense, because when you really look at the entirety of the patch, there's nothing really significant that was changed. It was just a couple of dozen teeny tiny changes that all built up upon themselves to create what really seriously feels like a completely different game experience.
So I'll talk about, I mentioned earlier, like, an emotional roller coaster of patch. Like, the first thing is, it's great, like the game is great, but there's glaring issues, and there's this enormous list of things that they plan on changing. And so you love the game, and then you're getting excited about all these crazy changes that they're gonna make, and you're like, wow, like, they're gonna hone this game in to be the best thing ever. And then, like, on top of that, you're excited at the fact that they're just patching things, like they're talking about weapon rebalances and everything. And then your excitement peaks with the patch release date. Like, when everyone's clicking download, everyone's like, woo, I'm downloading the patch. Like, this is gonna be like Battlefield 3 2.0. And then everything just sort of crumbled in those first, I want to say, 2 to 3 hours of trying to, like, learn everything. And not only with the changes to the different animations and abilities and the gun rebalances and stuff like that, but the other huge factor that really affected things, at least for the PlayStation 3, was the server browser.
Yes, the combination of that and the input lag not being completely fixed. I saw a video, and I don't remember who it was, but they broke down and they showed frame by frame what the lag input fix was. And as far as I can tell, it's actually not a universal fix. There's still some people that have not noticed any difference. But that could just be because it's such a minute difference, you just can't tell.
Well, and now let's keep in mind that I never noticeably experienced this input lag. I don't know if it was just like the natural difference that I felt between playing like Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3. Like, Battlefield 3, like, just sort of overall is a different feeling game. So it's one of those things, like, you don't necessarily know if you noticed before you heard someone else complaining about it. And then when you start asking people about whether or not it's been fixed, it is like people might start voicing their opinion about things that is all in their head. So that was another big thing that I noticed with lag input and all that jazz. I don't know if that took the wind out of your sails for what you were going to say.
No, it's fine. It was a combination of that. Like, there was enough of a difference with what they did was they they added the option to turn off anti-aliasing for, again, just PS3 only. And it did make it a little bit more responsive. It was so minute, it was kind of like, I kind of can tell, I can't tell. But there's enough difference that you could tell your timing was off. So
yeah,
it was just a combination of that. And the server browser was huge because I think what they did was by making these servers available for rental for consoles, they took them all from the normal servers you would normally play on anyway.
Yeah,
so
what would happen... Go ahead.
I was going to say, now instead of like, okay, you want to just go to a quick match and we'll say we'll play Conquest. You don't get into the classic BF3 games anymore of just like, say, Grand Bazaar, that's a 3-flag Conquest, 150 tickets or 250?
I think it's, yeah.
Now these kids are setting up to like 700 tickets.
Oh, it's 350 tickets on Grand Bazaar because it's an infantry-heavy map.
This is true. Okay, so they were doubling it. That's what all these kids were doing. And then the other thing we noticed was we couldn't kill people to save our lives. And I think a lot of these kids were setting up the health they were jacking up to be more similar to what it was like in Battlefield Bad Company 2. Because it seemed like everyone required an extra 1, 2, sometimes even 3 bullets to get the kill. Yeah. And it was driving me up a fucking wall. Because it's like, okay, so the only option is we get to play these ridiculously long games, like even 200 ticket attacking on Rush. And on top of that, all of a sudden we can't kill people as well anymore. Like, it was a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah, and that was like the... I remember after our first night playing, I don't know if it was a combination of Snoov and I like being on our periods, or like we were just tired, or the game was like really frustrating, or we were just having a bad night or something like that. But I remember both of us saying like, well, we're fucked. Like we just played for like 2 or 3 hours and we did not have fun, and if the game is going to play like this, we don't want to play this game anymore. And all those things that he mentioned, like people changing health amounts and people changing ticket amounts, is an absolute nightmare when you're just trying to join a game and you just want to play Battlefield 3 the way we've been playing it since October. And like what happened up until before the patch was if you went into the server browser, you would see like servers number blah blah blah, like all these crazy numbers, and DICE official server and DICE official server, and pages like 1, 2, and 3 would have, like the first page would have 23 out of 24 players, and then that would scroll down, and eventually you get to like 19 out of 24 players, down to 15 out of 24 players, and then it would just drop to 0 out of 24 players. You'd have all these empty servers that you could pick up and just start your own game if you had enough people that would join. And now it's like what Snoov said, they took all those servers that weren't getting any action for whatever reason, and they started letting people rent. And I'm assuming to keep people from playing 2-on-2 all day every day, they made it so quick match now throws you into any one of these random servers. So you don't know what the hell you're getting. Like, there is no sit down and play a quick match anymore, because even if you pick quick match team deathmatch, which is theoretically the fastest game you could play, you could get a 1000% ticket team deathmatch.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the next game could switch over to Comcast. It could switch over to Conquest or Rush. Like, you don't know what these people's server settings are, and then on top of that, you don't know what the health statistics are, so you don't know how to even like play. You're totally screwed, and you don't know what you're doing. And it's not like as descriptive as it might be on PC, where the server name could have a little description, and it could tell you what it's there for, and it'll tell you the different statistics and everything like that. So
right, so that's the main pitfall with the servers. And by no means is playing like that a bad thing, but it's a bad thing when you just want to play normal and that's the only fucking option given to you. Like, I'm all for variety. Like, yeah, okay, sometimes playing a 700 ticket game of Conquest could be fun. If you're playing like Cargon, you got 12v12 with like just full of really, really good people. You just want to go to town for like an hour. That's fine.
Yeah,
but that was our only fucking option.
Yeah, when it sucks sometimes. Like I'm an attack chopper whore, and sometimes I'm flying around the map, or let's say I miss out on the first attack chopper, and they're up in the sky for about like 5 or 6 minutes. And then the next time I die, I decide to wait around for the chopper to respawn. And then I finally get up in a chopper and I look at the tickets, and there's like 60 tickets left on the other team. Like, that's like when these crazy ticket amounts like are really awesome. I'll get to fly in my chopper as much as I want, but at the same time, it's like a 1 out of 10 chance that that's actually going to work for me. Most of the time, it's just frustrating.
Right.
And on top of that, for what we guys do for you as far as making videos and everything, I know you guys like our golf squads and our live team chats and Snoov's live comms and stuff like that, but I'll tell you right now, I don't really want to edit a 38-minute golf squad video. I'm sorry, but if we end up playing Karg Island for 38 to 45 minutes, it's probably going to get moved to the recycle bin afterwards because I'm going to be like so exhausted from playing that I'm not going to have time to edit.
Right. And I mean, unless we've got like 5 or 6 different people's perspective to go through, there is going to be a lot of dead time you guys have to sit through, and that's not enjoyable for anyone. For you guys to watch it, for us to edit it, it's a lose-lose in the end. So thankfully, we were able to get our own server. Some of you guys know that you follow us on Twitter. Some of you guys maybe even see me writing about it in the comments. And currently, I think it's open. I think we're just going to leave it open for now. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. But we've got it set up so it's all normal rules. I think the only thing I changed from the traditional BF3 rules was the kick timer has been increased. So you can be idle for like 6 minutes and change, I think, now. Before you just get kicked for inactivity.
Automatically, if we notice your stand, if we happen to notice as an admin and wanting to keep the server like active, if we happen to notice that you're just standing there, we might kick you immediately. But just fair warning.
Right.
But for the most part, what the main point of that was regular Battlefield. What you guys have been playing for 5 months is alive and well on the Shustybang server. Granted, it's probably going to be higher competition than normally, so I don't know how well pub stomping will go for any of you guys that really like to dominate the other team, because it's going to be pretty competitive in there. But
that it is.
Yeah. So, but as far as that goes, we might change it up as we go. Like, there might be nights where we go, guess what? It's Op Metro 24/7, or guess what? It's vehicles only on this, or pistols only for this. We're gonna be having like open lobbies and shenanigans and all that stuff. So,
yep. I actually will say one of the things I did like. You guys all know that I love playing team deathmatch. I do it a lot for the live comms, the solo live comms, and I pretty much solely play it when I'm gathering footage for weapon reviews. One of the playlists I set up is just, all your regular maps, all regular rules, but I doubled the tickets on Team Deathmatch. I love it. Like, a 200 ticket Team Deathmatch is actually pretty awesome. It comes to about 20 minutes, give or take, anywhere from like the 17 to 23 minute range. I love it. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. It's one of the things I don't mind fucking with. It like I could be totally fine with that being the normal.
Yeah, so that's a good length to get warmed up, peak in your abilities, and then have a cooldown all in one match.
Yep, and you can unlock attachments on guns like whoa, because you get the opportunity to kill twice as many people basically. Like I'm averaging twice the amount of kills I normally do, so in the 40s.
Yeah, so
which is pretty sweet.
We definitely want you guys to join up. The only time... Yeah, oh, sorry. Totally brain fart right there. The only thing that we're going to ask is just play cool. Don't be a jerk. Don't, team kill if you can. Don't strap C4 to friendly choppers and then laugh as they take off, and they're going to get blown out of the sky immediately and stuff like that. We're not like going to rule with an iron fist, but we want people to have fun and...
not get trolled on a server that's intended for everyone just to have fun. Like, when we want to have fun in that sense, we're going to troll and just complete douches, we'll let you guys know. But otherwise, like FakeThriller said, but play it cool. Don't team kill. Don't take out your team's vehicles and things like that. Yeah. Don't be a hardcore camper either, because that's just no fun.
Yeah. Just play cool. That's probably going to be our little server mantra there, is just play cool. And
yep.
We got a few people as admins, and we'll kick when necessary, but we'll do our best to give you a reason. And Other than that, I think that pretty much wraps it up for now. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a lot of things that we're going to need from you guys as subscribers as far as feedback goes. But that is for another video. And I think right now I'm going to go back onto the server. So,
well, with the last parting words, I wanted to get this out. I did tweet out earlier. We were playing, and I will continue to do that whenever we're online looking for people to play on our server. It's Shustybang. We'll put the description down below, like in the description, so you know where to search it. You can always highlight our name and join session. If you get in and you see there's only a handful of people, grab your friends. Like, we played tonight, and probably like the first 45 minutes, we struggled to get a full lobby because like it was just subscribers that came in. And I think they were kind of like, I think you guys were all on the fence, like, do I invite my other friends? Or, dude, if there's room, invite people in. If we need the room, we'll let you know. Just follow the Twitter. It's really straightforward.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for watching the video. Leave any thoughts you might have had. Like, actually, what I want to know is, I asked for initial patch thoughts in yesterday's video. But I'd love to know if you guys, by the end of all your playtime, if you're into it and what you think about the server browsers and stuff like that. So leave a comment down below. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, all that jazz. Thumb up the video if you liked it. And we'll see you guys in the server.